こんにちは、岩渕健一です。今日はですね、スペシャルゲストとして私のアメリカからの友達ジェフさんに、来ていただきました。ジェフさん、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
ジェフさんはですね、私がアメリカにいる時に、ベアツアーズという、ショートフィルム、ウェブソードですねに参加していただきまして、その件に関して、彼のね経験を、聞いてみたいと思います。So Jeff, could you tell me a little bit about yourself, just briefly this time?
Yeah. So my background, I worked for the Department of Defense for a long time, from like time of high school all through college, a little bit longer, as a technical illustrator, doing drawings and all. And then later, I spent some time in the military itself, and I worked in the Marine Corps. But after that, I worked here in Japan at Sega. And at Sega, I worked on games like Virtual Fighter and Fighting Viper and Virtual Cop and stuff like that with Yu Suzuki and the AM2 team. After about 3 years here in Japan, I went back. I worked with companies in America, but I still worked with Japanese companies at the time, like Konami. And I worked with Midway and Activision and different large American companies. And like the last big company I worked on a game with, I helped them start the company, Riot Games. And we worked on League of Legends. So, and I've now been, working in art, doing some story work, working some towards film work. So,
great. So, and also, could you tell me a little bit about that situation before you got involved in, joining the Bear Tours?
The situation how I came to be involved in Bear Tours. Of course, you and I made friends. I met you in kickboxing class.
Yeah, I'm like a kickboxing instructor.
Yeah. He thinks he's good too. He is.
Anyway.
So, we started talking about film, story. You were working on some small films in LA at the time. I think one film you worked on, Tengu, talked to you about.
Right.
And that won an award there in LA. And then, it got interesting. The more we talked, you started telling me about working with Hide from the Bear Tours group. Hide had been on the American TV show The Office, and we got to discussing ideas for new shows. And I started writing some small stuff, and I guess you started talking to Hide, and one thing led to another, and pretty soon, you guys started using some of my ideas, and then you graciously asked me to come and work with you on the show some. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Right, great.
Hide! Look, there's the boat for the Whale Watch tour. Whoa. Hey, Nissa. Hide, what?
So it was your first time to be a director,
Yes,
right?
it was the first time for me to be a director. It was.
So how was it?
In video games, I'd been director, producer on lots of games, but for actual full, like a small short film or something, it was the first time for me to do a short film. But yeah, it was pretty fun. It was great working with you, Hide, and the group.
So could you tell me a little bit about some episode on shooting day?
Sure. Well, the day that we shot the film that I was directing, we went out on a whale watching ship, and it was kind of daunting because we had to deal with the weather, the waves. That day we knew we were limited to 3 hours, so it was one of those things where we'll just have to kind of adjust the script as we go and shoot what we can and make the story seem to work. So there was a lot of what we started with what we wrote, and then we started improvising to make sure we could leave parts to where we could condense the film down. So yeah, and you were working as producer that day, so that was a big help to help kind of straighten things out.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, well, thanks to you. So and Hide and a whole bunch. So and the actors, we had to kind of stage them by a rail. weather was, nice, but the waves were kind of big that day. So if we tried to film just on the deck, everything was kind of rolling from time to time. People were stumbling around.
Right.
Yeah, so filming on the rail, became like the thing to do, and we kind of got everybody to be natural, and then we of course incorporated shots of the sea and dolphins and whales, and yeah, it came out pretty good for a small short film.
Hello, friends! Today's beautiful good!
What? Okay, there's no such thing as He-Day Magic or Flipper or Moby Dick.
Well, it's a great day for dolphins. We have some coming up on the left side of the ship. Hey folks, we've got lots of dolphins out here today. If you look down below the front of the ship, there's some dolphins swimming along with us.
Also, I remember that you did like a voice actor on the film, right?
Oh yeah.
Not ADR.
Yeah, you asked me to record some voice to sound like the captain talking, so that parts that we needed to connect, it would sound like the captain was telling people, go look here, go look there. There's dolphins, there's whales.
Right. My friend told me that he was like sounds like a real, the real captain.
Yeah, it was funny because you just sent me an email and said, I need some voice to say something like this. So I just recorded it at home, and then when you edited the film, you put it in just the right images there, and it seemed to fit right.
Right. And then it sounds like a radio.
Yeah, and it sounds like the guy talking on the speaker. Look to the right, you'll see the dolphins over here. And it came out good.
I think so. Pretty much so. Yeah. So after that, how did you feel? I mean, after you saw your segment.
Yeah, it was a good feeling, because I'd been working, like I said, in games and other production for quite a while. But to be able to get together with a group and do a different media like film, it leaves you with a good feeling that this is something else, another way to create story, characters, and it's interesting to view. So if you've ever had any interest in being an actor, getting involved in a film work, writing your own scripts and stories, trying to put them together, make them real, working with your friends, family, or even actual independent production companies or actual film companies, you should give this course a try. I know Ken really has a strong background from the work he's done both here in Japan and in Los Angeles. It was fun working with him on different films, introducing films at festivals, and working on YouTube videos for the Bear Tours Group. So I can say that he is a very nice guy. He's fun to work with, and he has a lot of knowledge that you'll find very interesting. So if you have an idea that you're interested in making film, go ahead and get involved. Take a class or two. Give it a try, and I'm sure that you will find it both rewarding and interesting to help start to build your dream towards being something real. So, ganbatte ne. Do it.
Hi, this is Jeff, my friend from America.
Yes.